How many people know the man who created the sport of basketball, or even where it started? Some people know who it might be, but they don't know many details about it. I hope to help those who don't know gain more knowledge about this great sport. James Naismith was an inventor of basketball, and he did this in the late 1800s. He attended McGill University in Montreal, Canada, and that was where he earned a degree in physical education. After college, he moved to Springfield, Massachusetts, where he would be the leader of the local YMCA. While at the YMCA, he was given a task that had to be completed in 14 days. Because of the harsh winters they were suffering, he had to create an indoor game for all the kids that were there. He looked at all the other sports and he didn't want to do what they were doing. He wanted to do something a little different. He noticed how most of the sports had a lot of contact in them, and he did not want to have this with other kids. So, in order to reduce the contact, he decided that passing would work well. Um, he would also place the goal above the kids' heads so they wouldn't be fighting to try to push kids out of the way and all that kind of stuff. So, uh, the first game was 9-on-9 opposed to now where it's 5-on-5, and the goal was actually peach baskets. It was placed 10 feet high in the air, just like now. And but the difference was is there's no dribbling, and you had the only way you could move the ball is by passing. People wanted to call it Naismith ball because it was getting really popular. Uh, and instead, he didn't want to do it. He just wanted to call it basketball. In 1893, basketball would spread throughout all the YMCA's across the United States. And obviously, since then, basketball has become a very popular sport. In 1898, after he was done with the YMCA, he moved to Kansas, where he would become the head coach of the University of Kansas. Now, obviously, Kansas is one of the best college basketball schools in the country right now, and there's only been one losing coach. And ironically, the losing coach was the inventor of the sport. Naismith is the only losing coach ever in Kansas history. He stopped coaching in 1910 when he became the athletic director of Kansas. Three of the greatest coaches to ever come out of college basketball were under Naismith himself while he was athletic director. Adolph Rupp, Dean Smith, and Forrest Allen. In 1935, basketball was introduced to Olympic Games, and Naismith was present to see this. He said himself that seeing his invention being played by many nations was the greatest reward that he could ever have asked for. He ended up leaving Kansas after 40 years and was 76 years old, where the court is named after him. So he was excited about that, and obviously basketball is one of the most popular sports in the world today. There's over 300 million people playing worldwide, and just to think that it started in a small town because of a snowstorm.